Welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV with the Rude Man. We're back in Del Sol and Casa del Sol, and we're looking for Ellie to start another case with Hildibrand. And as you see, it's raining. Now, I do have an automatic umbrella token turned on, which means that anytime it's raining, they automatically will take an umbrella if they have one out. But anyway, let's get with this. In the last episode, we finished a case here in Costa del Sol with a wedding, involving a wedding, and now let's find out what's going on with Ellie. What's our next case, Ellie? Ellie has the latest information on the Phantom Thief's target. Roland, I was wondering when you'd show up. I've got the latest scoop in the Victor's spoils that our many-faced friend has set his sights on. Have you visited the Colosseum of late? There's a tourney in the works, and it's looking to be a big one. The Mithril Cup, sponsored by none other than Imogen and Sons Mineral Concern. They say that Master Firgris will be furnishing the prizes himself from his personal collection. It's a small wonder it's captured the attention of Master Sticky Fingers. You are familiar with the concern, yes? It's only the largest mining interest in the Sultanate, after all. The chairman, Master Firgris, sits on the syndicate and possesses such wealth that rumor has it he could buy half the realm if he chose to. He's also renowned for being something of a martial arts enthusiast, with his position affording him little opportunity to test his own skills. He settles for living vicariously through the exploits of others, hence his sponsorship of the tournaments like the Mithril Cup. My colleague, Ganolian, is that right? My colleague, Ganolian, is an Ulda covering the tourney as we speak. If we were to track him down, I bet he'd be able to give us something to get our investigation started. So back to Ulda. Let me turn this one off. All right. Ulda's an interesting place. When you're out here, you think you're in the city, which you are, except for it's open here. So you are in the city, but you're not in the city. Let's see. This way, I guess. There we are. Another reporter. Yes? I'm a busy man. If you're looking for small talk, I suggest you look somewhere else. No need to be rude. He's a friend of mine. Now, what do you say you share the latest findings with us? I promise I'll make it worth your while. Ellie, if it isn't the Mithril Eyes Star reporter, come to have a laugh at me at my expense before returning to pen your latest front page feature, eh? Oh, very well. Just promise you'll put a good word in for me with the higher ups, okay? Now, let me tell you this. There's strange things afoot at the Colosseum. Bugger all. It's a travesty, I tell you. The Arnold triplets. Put some clothes on, guys. Hotch, Hugh, and Haymo Whatever is the matter, and where, pray tell, is Hutchin? The four of you will compete with for the cup together, yes? I fear that an unfortunate mishap has left Hutchin in no condition to fight. We were just on our way to convey the dire news to Dower Meadow. A mishap? My arse. This was sabotage. Some bloody coward out there will stop at nothing to eliminate his competition. I swear it on my subligar. Lower your voice, Hotch. My head sings enough without your bloody shouting. Hutchin, should you not be resting your wounds? Oh, but forgive your incompetent, unworthy comrade. If I had been quicker with my mantra, we would still be 4 men strong. Do not berate yourself so, Hamo. In victory and in defeat, the Mandervilles fight as one. You bear no more responsibility for my wounds than I. Any road, I dare say I'll not be getting back into fighting Fettle by arsing about in bed. I'm ready to chant some mantras. How about the lot of you? Well, Hutchin, for you, I'm always ready. Now that's what I like to hear. 1,000 mantras, and I want each one to ring out over the Sagali. They're going to catch their death. The Mantravilles. Instead of... Okay. As Hutchin tells it, they took their name from the training partner they met at the Fist of Ralgar, a man they most admired for his devotion and chiseled physique. Consider me not the least bit interested. This talk of attacks on the competition, however, of this, I'd like to hear more. Oh, yes. I mentioned that strange things were afoot, didn't I? Well, with mere days left before the Mithril Cup, a staggering number of would-be combatants have withdrawn, citing a host of curious ailments and injuries. With the list of entrants shrinking by the day, the organizers have been forced to abandon the elimination format in favor of a mass melee between what few battlers remain. The Phantom Thieves Challenge. Gladiators dropping like flies. No, this is no mere coincidence. I would speak to the individual in charge of the event. Where might I find him? Though the concern sponsors the tourney, the day-to-day organization duties are being handled by a fellow named Dower Meadow. He should be in his office within the Colosseum's halls. I'll send word to the gateman. Yuyubaya. He owes the Mithril Eye a favor or two. Splendid. Come, Roland. We've got a case to crack. Where were we supposed to go? Not here. Over this way. There he is. From the Mithril Eye, you say? Then by all means, you are free to enter. What? No search? I am Ellie, reporter for the Mithril Eye. Never blinking, all seen. Well, you know the deal. And you must be Dower Meadow. I was hoping I could ask you a question or two about the upcoming tourney. Gar, har, har. Who am I to argue with the free publicity? And from a charming little thing like yourself. Ask away, me girl. is this a pirate guy? That said, between the challenge from that so-called phantom thief and now these bizarre attacks targeting the fighters, our tourney's already the talk of the town. Not that you'll see me complaining, providing someone's still left to fight, that is. You're free to investigate as you wish, but you'd be smart to exercise some caution. Needless to say, recent events have everyone here a bit on edge. Why? Just moments ago, one fighter almost took off another's head for insulting the color of his sublet. Looks like we've got ourselves another. These two aren't in the entry books. And our challenger unleashes a vicious right hook as the gentleman inspector was channeling his strength for his next attack. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a winner. Inspector Braden? As efficient as ever, I see. A true gentleman. Excuse violence, cough, Inspector. You were thinking? It annoyed me. Darmetto, I presume. Tell me everything you can about the prizes for this tourney, and try to be brief. Was wondering when you might ask. Master Fargus has spared no expense in making the Mithril Cup the most lucrative tourney this Colosseum's ever seen. The victor will receive a true treasure from his collection, the Warden's Grace, a ring fitted with the largest sun sphere you'll find outside of Quorn. The second and third prize winners are nothing to sneeze at neither, but I don't care how many faces he gets. We've nothing to fear from this thief. The concern has hired an elite regiment of stone torches to watch over the vault day and night. Yes, just as the brass blades were so successful in stopping the thief last time. If you want your treasure safe, go fetch them and bring them to me, and be quick about it. I haven't all day. Fear I can't do that, Inspector. After all, what proof do I have that you ain't the Mister with many faces and another of his elaborate get-ups? No, if you want to get your hands on the spoils, you'll have to claim them as any other would in battle. As a matter of fact, within the ranks thinned as they are, we're actively recruiting new competitors. The more the merrier, and the more lucrative at that. Gar har har. Gar har har. Now, where did our receptionist go? Over here, you slimy booger. We've got some fresh blood for the melee. Give me a moment, will you? I've got only 8 arms. Or were they legs? Oh, yuck. Oh, my God. Ye called? I was just about to give the lovely Miss Avila the grand tour. Inspector Hildibrand, look. He's purple. Astute as ever, Nashu. This color, this overabundance of appendages, I smell a case. Oh, that's just my receptionist. Ultros. Don't be startled now. He's an ugly little booger, but he's friendly enough. Word has it, he was one of many bizarre creatures born from a recent experiment with ancient incantations at the Thaumaturge Guild. They were going to seal him away in the hole in the desert with the others when he opened his slobbering mouth and started pleading for his life. I just want to live in peace. I'll do anything. So the management hired him to perform odd jobs about the Colosseum. And I am ever glad they did. I tell you, This job ain't glamorous, but it sure has its perks. What a delicious morsel. I want to get my tentacles around. Yeah, no way, Jose. I know not who you are or where you hail from, and I do not care. If you dare challenge me, my Tempest blade will show you no mercy. You can forget about your case, Inspector. There's only one who will claim the victor's spoils, and that's me. Confident she is. Ooh, I just love it when she talks like that, tough. Now, who's the chump who wanted to get a pummeling by my lovely little Evelle? Though a gentleman takes far more pride in rescuing fair damsels than fighting them, I fear we have a little recourse. I, Hildibrand, agent of inquiry, inspector extraordinaire, shall do what must be done. Roland Painter will be entering the tournament on my behalf. Roland Painter? Ye do look like a painter. Well, bugger me with a spear, to think I'd see the day when a warrior of light stood in my Colosseum. Hear that clink, clink, clinking? That's the sound of Gil pouring into our coffers when the public finds out that a true Erosian hero will be stepping into the ring to fight for the Mithril Cup. Oh, I reckon your friend can tag along, too. Show him where to sign, Ulti. With Roland, I suppose we have a good chance as any. Now, we just need to make sure that he doesn't come down with some curious injury. That gladiatrix Avila, was it? Seemed quite certain of her chance at victory. Suspiciously certain, I would say. Ha! I'm already 10 steps ahead of you, Inspector. That Ultras fellow seemed most knowledgeable about Miss Avila. Come, Nashu, the investigation is afoot. As much as that sounds like an amazingly productive line of investigation, might I suggest that our first priority is to keep Roland here safe. Let's return to Galleon and see what else he can tell us of these mysterious attacks on the combatants. Very well. I shall leave that task to you. I have a lead of my own to investigate. Should you uncover any new information, I trust you will share it with me at first opportunity. I guess he's the boss of me. I don't know when that happened. All right, we got to go in the front of the Colosseum, which would be this way. There he is. You again? I've already told you that. What? Entered attorney, you say? Are you out of your bleeding mind? Look, I've got a suspicion or two, which I'm happy to share with you. But in the end, you have to protect yourself, you hear? So, I've been asking around, and it seems that more than a few of the fighters who pulled out of the tournament were scheduled to fight a warrioress by the name of Avila. Now, I can't make any promises, but my instincts tell me that this girl is bad news. But don't take it from me when you can hear it from someone who crossed blades with her just a couple days ago. A fellow by the name of Raging Rat had the misfortune of being matched up with Avila in the preliminary round and earned himself a right bruising from it all. Last I heard, he was resting up back at the Pugilist Guild. Why don't you pay him a visit? Okay, sounds like a good lead. Raging rat, huh? Is he one of them little Lalafels or something? No, he's a Rodigan. A big booger. Hey, Raging Rat. Heard you got your ass kicked. Better not stall off like that, he'll pound me. Come to have a good laugh at old Raging Rat's expense, have ye? Well, you're not the first. I say, is there not a man in this entire realm with an ounce of sympathy? Greetings, good sir. How fortunate you are today that your guest is Hildibrand Manderville, gentleman and inspector. Now, if you would please enlighten me to how exactly it was that you were beaten to a bloody pulp by Miss Avila. Gentlemen, my arse, have you not a whit of delicacy? Never ye mind. Look, the records may say I lost, but I'll admit to nothing of the sort. I'll shout it to the top of my lungs if no one else will. The girl doesn't fight fair. Tempest Blade. Some kind of foul sorcery, if you ask me. Mark my words, that girl is not up to no good. If she weren't so damned easy on the eyes, she'd be rotting in jail as we speak. The girl's Alamegan, or haven't you heard? You know how it is with those refugees. Why fight with honor when you got nothing to lose? Yes, and why not disparage an entire people in a pathetic attempt to salvage your sorry pride? This one's a real piece of work, Roland. Let's be on our way. I didn't mean no offense, miss. Just telling it like it is, or as it were. Perhaps it truly is some manner of sorcery, as the fellow says. Or perhaps she works with an accomplice. She didn't strike me as the magic-wielding type. If I were a betting woman, I'd put my gill on the latter. Ah, Miss Ellie, the thrill of the chase has struck a chord with you as well. Yes, I can see it in the wrinkles beneath your eyes. We might very well make an inspectress of you yet. He's telling a woman that she's got wrinkles. What an idiot. I'll give you a good wrinkle, you insensitive bore. If what the man says is true, it's likely that her fellow Alamegan might sympathize with her plight. An accomplice would hardly be out of the question. Yes, I can see it now. Two unfortunate souls shunned by those around them, and united by destiny and a common sense, a desire for justice. Yeah, what he said. Ample appendages whirling wildly, sending gusts of wind flying every which way. Avila and Ulti, a match made in the heavens. Were it any more obvious, I could have solved the case without leaving my home. Oh, he thinks it's the tentacled guy. Incredible, your powers of deduction never fail to amaze, Inspector. What is it with you two and that infernal octopus? Mr. Ultros should still be at the Colosseum. Let us hurry before he slithers back off to whence ever he came. What are we waiting on? Yeah, she's having none of that. All right, we gotta go back. Talk to the octopus, I guess. Shh, friend, and look over yonder. Behold those exquisite legs, those stylish tentacles, the unearthly undulations of his squirmy, squishy body. Yes, our friend Ulti is a most fascinating creature indeed. Behold how he carefully eyes the gladiatrix before him. What manner of mischief is he plotting? He speaks. Yes, this is most suspicious indeed. Run, girl, run. Oh, what is this? The girl has fled in a panic. Our friendly Ultri appears to be discouraged. Look at the way his shoulders sag, or how they would sag if he had shoulders. Our quarry is on the move. Quickly, Nashu, we must pursue. Now where'd they run off to? Which way do you think he went? Looking at the map, I don't see anything. Speak with Nashu in front of the... Oh, we're going to go back out to the Colosseum. All right. To the front. To the front. Aha, there he is. You will not escape us so easily, Mr. Ultros. I wanted to talk to Ellie. Sorry, Nashu. Mr. Ultri seems to have found himself another gladiatrix. What might he be plotting this time? Oh no. He picked on the wrong lady. Look at those succulent legs. I reckon they'd taste just wonderful in a good marinara sauce. Marinara sauce. Ah, he speaks. And another girl rushes off. Whatever did he say to her? He looks so sad. Shall we douse him in a lemon butter and put him out of his misery? Inspector, whatever is he doing with these girls anyway? Call me crazy, but I think he likes them. Eight-armed and dangerous. This is gonna show you how stupid Hildibrand is. You'll see in a minute. What price of victory? Hildibrand is contemplating the implications of Ultra's behavior. Poor misunderstood Ulti. Here we suspected him of criminal activity, when in truth, he was just a gentle soul, luckless in love. Oh, Ulti, can you find it in your squishy, slimy heart to forgive us? Yes, yes. Now, perhaps we should return to our investigation. If Avila is as suspicious as they say, perhaps we should follow her around for a bit. Dower Meadow back at the Colosseum should be able to enlighten us as to her whereabouts. An excellent idea, Miss Ellie. But I have a better one. Let us return to the Colosseum and speak with Dower Meadow. From him, we shall ascertain Miss Avila's whereabouts, upon which we shall follow her about to see if she is indeed as suspicious as they say. Come, Nashu, the investigation calls. Isn't that what Ellie said? Isn't that what she wanted to do? Don't think Uncle Ulti didn't see you following me. What's the big idea, eh? I'm nothing more than a stupid octopus. Gwee! Or am I? Come on now. I just want what any octopus wants. A cute girl, untold riches, and the admiration of millions. Can't Uncle Ulti dream? Well, kids, hate to ink and run. Then again, I am an octopus. All right, where are we going? Steps of Thal. I think that's outside. Uh-oh, got my boots wet. There's a snake in my boots. Where'd I hear that from? Okay, Steps of Thal. There's the Gate of Thal. Nah, this isn't it. Shoot, I don't know where I'm supposed to go. Well, the Steps of Thal would be just inside the Gates of Thal, right? Okay, here we go. This away. We're in the back alleys. Don't get mugged. Well, where in the hell's it taking us? Getting lost in Ul'dah. I need a tour. We going that way? No, not that way. This way? We went right back to the Colosseum, the hard way. Oh my God. Yes, what is it this time? I'm a busy man, you know. Looking for a via, you say? Well, she said something about sharing a flagon with her countrymen over at the Coffer and Coffin. I reckon you might find her there. I'll warn you, though, if you're smart, you'll keep your distance from that one. That poor booger Ganlian tried to interview here for an article. Thought the girl was going to rip his head clean off. How can I put this? She doesn't seem to take kindly to being asked questions of a personal nature, if you catch my drift. That said, if you're looking for a good sparring match to warm up for the tourney, that might be just the ticket. Gar har har. I can assure you there will be no need for gratuitous fisticuffs, my good sir. With my remarkable powers of espionage, we will ascertain all the information we need without the fiery lass even being alerted to our presence. Let us be off. All right, so we'll go down that little tavern. So it wouldn't be this gate. It's going to be the main gate. Drop a quart of oil here. Behold, the lovely Miss Avia, just as predicted. Let us keep watch from here, so as not to set off the girl's famed temper. How many times must I tell you? There's no cause for concern. The spoils shall be mine. It may as well be writ in stone. Do you realize what this means? We have suffered, and suffering long. Do you realize what this means? We have suffered, and suffered long. But my victory shall mark a new era, Just as Ruban won a new life for himself in the Colosseum, I shall win a new life for our people. The prize that I shall claim will bolster the wealth of our people 10,000-fold. In a land where wealth is power, we will be kicked to the gutter by the Oldens no longer. And with that, I must be off to the Nanawa mines to meet my sister. Miss Avia's self-assurance is ever a sight to behold. I deduce that my own chances of felling her on the field of battle are infinitesimal. I could have told you that before you signed up. Come now, we have a suspect to pursue. No, that's sneaky again. Gwee! Trying to steal Avia from Uncle Ulti's tentacles, are you? I'm afraid that isn't going to happen. Yes, Uncle Ulti's homemade explosive will see that this is the end of the road for you. Does that make me a bad octopus? Am I the baddie? Ah, the distinctive smell of fire sand. Another one of your handcrafted explosives, I take it, Nashu. Heavens no, Inspector. This is far too elaborate to be one of mine. Do you think whoever crafted this would be willing to give me a lesson? They're on to me. Preposterous. Could it be that Musclehead isn't as stupid as he looks? No, he's pretty much as stupid as he looks. I see. In an event, I shudder to think of what might happen if an unsuspecting passerby chanced upon such a hazardous object. Allow me. Heave ho. Guess where he threw it? You gotta be kidding me. So he picked it off, afraid somebody might innocently find it and blow themselves up, and he threw it and it landed on the octopus. I'm guessing. Speak with Hildibrand. Where's he at? Yeah, he's a little bit further than I thought he was. Where in the hell is he? Did I go the wrong way? Oh, no, there he is. Oh, they're peeking on them people over there. That maiden in mining garb must be the sister of whom Miss Avia spoke. Let us listen a bit closer. I thought we agreed no hard labor until your leg is healed. I swear, sometimes I think you were born solely to give your poor sister a headache. Yes, says the girl who once fought off 10 Imperials with one good arm. Perhaps someday you'll understand that your little sister can take care of herself just as well as you. Speaking of which, what news of the tourney? Worry not. I have taken all the necessary precautions. The Warden's grace is as good as ours. Even the most modest estimates value its worth in some 30 million gil. Do you realize that what this means? Necklaces from XIV's sun-silk dresses, all the luxuries you've ever wanted will be yours. The poor little girls in shabby clothes, objects of pity and scorn for the Ulduan upper crust. Those days are over. After I claim victory, we will take our rightful place at the top of society. I don't know. Wealth is all well and good, but when I see you stand tall in the Colosseum, hundreds and thousands cheering your name, I am proud. No matter how humble our birth, if we stand strong and stand together, this alone is all the wealth I ask for. That's your problem, Hegelina. You've always been too quick to settle for less than you're worth. But worry not, for your sister's watching over you, and I will do this for us. Now, I must return. God's forbid one of those prying reporters overhears us. That's my Avi, unfazed by a duel to the death, yet terrified to be caught in a moment of tenderness. May the gods smile on you, sister, and be safe. A more moving display of sisterly love I've not seen, and yet I fear it was afforded us little in the way of perspective clues. It would seem Avia's obsession with victory runs even deeper than we imagined. That said, I can't help but feel a bond with the girl. My sister and I were alone in the world too, you see. Inspector, did you just hear what I heard? Look, kids, Uncle Uddy has had it up to here with you. Do you think you could just fall in this pit and die like a good little boy? I'm talking to you, Mr. Warrior of Light. Hear that sound? Just one step closer. Closer. Not you, you idiot. No need for concern, friends. I have simply taken the liberty of investigating this hole in the ground, and I'm pleased to report that there seems to be nothing out of the ordinary. Our hero. Now, shall we return to Ulda? The Mithril Cup will be starting before long. And the last thing we want, after all, is to lose our bout by forfeit. Could it be? Did that musclehead dive straight into my trap to save his companions? The others seem completely unsurprised at this turn of events. Doubtless he has performed such selfless acts before. A true gentleman if I ever saw one. But if you think that means I'm going to show mercy on you, you got another think coming. Time to break out the big guns, kids. Wait a minute. I dug 2 pits, didn't I? Come to think of it, the second one was right around. Ah, give me a break. They're all stupid. All right. Well, we're going to follow Hildibrand into the gates of Nald. And I'm going to call it an episode here. Good place to stop as any. When we come back, we'll continue on and see how the bout goes. Hope you had fun. Hope to see you then. Ta-ta for now.